Yeah, well, I wanted to come back to a statement that Arden made a couple of times. This morning he presented results from some of his studies and indicated that the smoking risks were higher than those associated with 10 microgram change in fine PM, which is what one would expect. And he made that same comment here today. But the game has changed now, because the Miller et al. Study and the Ostro study clearly show risks that are larger than the risks associated with smoking. And then when you come across studies of that type, then I have to disagree with Michael. I don't think Rothman would say, take a look at all the studies and the pattern of results. I think Rothman would say, well, I mean, eliminate the studies that clearly show evidence of some kind of bias. You don't want to take those into account. And if an air pollution study shows that air pollution at current levels in the United States is more dangerous or increases the risk of cardiovascular disease more than smoking 20-pack years or 40-pack years, then I'm sorry, I can't take those results seriously because they are biologically totally implausible.
Well, just brief, the nice thing is I just recently published a paper with my best estimates of for cardiovascular disease of the relationship with smoking versus environmental tobacco smoke versus particle pollution. Anybody can read it. It's in circulation of a few months ago. I forget the exact month.
I've seen the study.
Yeah, and so I mean that's sort of my best guess, and I will not just best guess. That's Dan was involved with that paper as well. This is our best estimate based on the available data, and basically when you read that, you see that we largely agree with you. We think that probably the effects from air pollution are higher than what we think are reasonable in some of the studies, and there are some studies where they're lower, but we think the sort of central estimate is relatively consistent across the environmental tobacco smoke data, the air pollution data, and with the cigarette smoke data, although clearly in order to make that link, you can't assume a linear response relationship. It has to be a response relationship that is quite steep early on and levels off. But again, that's consistent with the smoking literature as well. I'll leave it at that.